Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So is it any wonder that the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 have notched up another record high and closed, the Nasdaq is closing in on 20,000, which is actually quite astonishing if you look on the daily chart. We go back to the back end of last year, October, November time, we were trading at 14, 15,000. So to jump to 5 to 6,000 points in just a short space of time is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, it's the Nvidia is the big tech stock, and most tech stocks really that have been pushing prices higher and higher. We've also got Broadcom as well, that's climbed more than 5%, Apple jumping around 2% as well, but obviously Nvidia is the one that's on everyone's lips, and that's actually hit another record high. So it just seems that this tech boom is not really slowing down anytime soon. We did speak about this roughly about a year ago, if into 2024 we're going to see a slowdown in AI stocks, but that hasn't happened because, let's face it, it is the future. It's not a dot-com bubble where there's going to be quite a big sell-off. We could have corrections in the market, of course, these are always going to happen, but at the moment it's looking pretty good for the Nasdaq. As you can see here, we did see a bit of a correction not so long ago at the back end of April, but since then we've just had these stocks flying higher and higher, and wave after wave of momentum here, not really looking to slow down anytime soon. And it's pretty much the same on the S&P as well. If we just take a look on the daily chart at least, as you can see here, it's just phenomenal the way it's just moved higher and higher. And we'll just zoom in a bit more to get a bit more clarity. S&P, like the Nasdaq, is really buoyant at the moment. The Dow is on a bit of a slippery slope. It is correcting slightly in the near term, but that could have another push to record highs as well. Let's just take a quick look on the Dow. Actually, I wasn't going to really bother too much with it, but as you can see on the daily chart, we hit this firm double top before another move lower. So obviously the heavy resistance will be roughly around here. If we can get past this break, roughly around 40,000, which was a big psychological number. So it was expected that we will probably be seeing quite heavy resistance at that particular area. But like the Nasdaq, we could be seeing heavy resistance because we are coming up to a big psychological zone at the 20,000 area, which we have roughly just peaked at, or just below at this upper wick here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart though, just to get a bit more intraday clarity on what's actually going on. As you can see here, you can't really talk too much about where we're coming and going from the Nasdaq. Everything is overbought, even on the RSI. All the MACDs, stochastics are all overbought. We are waiting for this bearish divergence to start bringing prices down. Obviously, this RSI can't keep pushing higher for too much longer, so we could be could basically be seeing more of a turnaround, and then that will bring our bearish divergence into play. So we'll see if that does happen, but at the moment, as you can see here, gap after gap, really pushing progressively higher. Obviously earnings season's coming into play as well as we come into June, and are we going to see any more insight on the Fed, if they're going to actually give us a signal on where we're going to next? We'll have to wait and see about that. But at the moment, no slowdown, just basically looking at the 20,000 area for the Nasdaq as a very heavy resistance. S&P as well, we're shifting up to 5,500. That will probably be the next resistance point. And as you can see here, gap after gap, runaway gap after runaway gap. Very exciting times if you're trading stocks and indexes, that's for sure. European stocks, on the other hand, not doing too well basically compared to the US indices, but it is actually very good times, very good growth times as well for the markets, especially the American economy as well. But it's all eyes on the Fed next to see if they're going to give any signals and where we're going to go from here. So until next time, happy trading. We'll speak again, and trade responsibly. And of course, we'll put this video on our YouTube and Telegram channel so you can like and leave any comments, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So a great trend day ahead, and bye for now.